It's the GOG. We're back again, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Prime time for prime time.
It feels better. It's not freezing in here today.
Hey, man.
I'm loving it. I'm still dressed warm. I'm still dressed like
it's actually hot in here now.
I know.
It switched from
Cut out the nonsense.
cold.
Cut out the nonsense.
to hot.
It's almost room temperature. They ain't hot.
I think they see me sweating. But, hey, it was a hell of a weekend, man.
You was perspiring. You perspiring.
Hey,
You had worked
it's
out.
hot.
You worked out before you got to the garage? What's going on?
Just walked out here. That's all you had to do when you felt like me, cousin. But the playoffs.
You getting right into the playoffs? Just like
We're gonna start with the game
Right into the
that we went over to my man's house to see the very last game, which was very exciting. That was the KC game. And that was a wild KC Bills. What do you think about that game?
That game was right in the pocket, and I think in the second half the defenses started to settle in because the whole game I'm like, wow, KC is not tackling. They weren't hitting, and then when the game was on the line,
It changed.
They changed, and they started coming up, tackling. They put a couple hits on Josh Allen, and they just pulled through. I was impressed. KC's receivers did not. They tried to ruin the show with that fumble.
Yeah.
But other than that, they weren't the headline. They just caught the ball.
Well,
All season they've been blowing it. They just caught the ball.
They have. But what I noticed was he went back to Kelsey. In the last 6 games, it was no Kelsey, and Kelsey was pouting. He had his girlfriend in the stands, not getting any money. And then they went back to Kelsey when it came time. So it might have been a thing where, hey, let's work these cats out. We're going to playoffs. But when it comes time, the money man is Kelsey. But what I saw what happened was the Bills could move the ball at will
all the time,
and then they slowed it down because they were scared of Mahomes because he could move the ball at will, and it backfired with the missed field goal because they should have just kept on doing what they did and not worry about anything. Because you were like, why are they doing this? I knew why they were doing it, but it backfired on them.
I hate it. I hate that. I've always hated it. It's like when guys take a knee instead of getting a touchdown. If you're losing or if the game is tied, score. You can't be playing around like that. I mean, we've seen teams lose games missing the old extra point.
Oh,
when it was from right there.
It was nowhere.
So I don't know where this came into people's heads that any field goal under 85 yards is an automatic win. It's like, move the ball. Now, to one thing I did, in the heat of the moment, I will say this. I was criticizing Buffalo for slowing the pace, but they did take some shots. They took that shot to
when they got in the position where they knew it was field goal range. They changed up and they're like, all right, now it's time to take shots.
Yeah, instead of
doing it from the start. But I mean, their field goal kicker's not that great. I don't know why it wasn't like they had Justin Tucker or anything.
Yeah, and it was cold. I mean,
and the wind.
The weather. They had that game in control. We were watching that game. Buffalo had the game controlled. KC, when they say matriculate the ball down the field and snap, but still, Buffalo seemed like they was in control of that game. I'm still trying to figure out how they lost. That made it close. How they lost?
They should have made Mahomes score a touchdown.
Yeah.
No matter what, they should have made Mahomes score a touchdown.
Right.
Out of all years, with the receiver problems they've been having, that you're right. Out of all years, they should have made him score a touchdown.
And they were lucky to be that. They were playing with house money because they got the touchback after the fumble, even though that was earlier. But that game, they could have been down by 10 points.
Yeah.
So go ahead and score.
Right. Yeah.
And if I had
that was a gift. That was a
gift.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Because they would have blown them out if they had scored. And they're playing around too much. That's another thing about KC. Stop playing around down there. They've been doing that for years, though.
They lost it. We can go back to the 2021 AFC Championship. They lost a game. Remember, it was 24-3 or 21-3 at halftime, and instead of kicking a field goal, they ran another play, and the clock ran out, and it ended up going into overtime.
Wasn't that they trick play to Tyreek, and Tyreek couldn't get in, and they couldn't score? What is something like that?
Yeah, or nobody was open, so they ended up throwing it away. Yeah. But if they had just taken the points, that game might not have went into overtime.
Right.
But they play too much.
Your boy was running hard, hand the ball up to your boy, first down, Bob, you score. Or at least get a field goal out of it. Fumble out of bounds, keeps the Bills in the game. Did you see the game, my man?
I didn't see the second half, no. No, I don't think I watched the entire game. I don't think I did.
Is either of those teams your favorite team?
The Browns.
Is either of those teams your favorite team?
No.
Any of those teams your favorite team?
You know, I wanted to watch the game.
What I'm just saying is
the
easier.
Steelers
It's
are
easier.
my favorite, but every team in the league is my favorite.
Right.
I think
I don't have favorite teams, so that means
the Steelers.
the whole NFL is my favorite team.
The whole NFL is right there.
There you go.
The Browns might be down below that, but yeah. Besides the Browns and the Ravens,
when you got a good game,
the Chargers are up here.
when you got a good game,
my boy Harbaugh took the job. Breaking news, Harbaugh.
We'll get into
coach.
that. Yeah.
Chargers, it changed.
He went. He left.
Yeah, but look, I know I switched a couple of times on Raiders.
He left.
So I'm going Chargers this time, man. He won the championship for me, so I'm gonna ride with the LA
You have 33 favorite teams. There's only 32 teams in the league.
34.
But here's the key to this one.
He used to have Baltimore.
Here's the key to this one, though.
He used to have the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah.
He used to have the Oakland Raiders.
What is it?
He had Dallas.
No.
That was his team. That was your team.
When I was seven,
when I was seven, that was your team.
Hey, that's a lot of people's team.
7 weeks ago, it was my team. Listen, my mother had a season ticket to the Chargers, and my man just went there for the moment. So
She has or had?
has. It comes with the building, so we can go.
Oh, for real?
So Chargers is my favorite team.
For real?
Okay, if you got season tickets, we're going.
Boom.
For real?
Boom.
GOG on the road.
GOG on the road.
Breaking news.
Satellite. He a satellite.
He is satellite.
Everybody can get a chance at the 8 game. They might have 9 home games with 17, 9 home games.
I think every team has 8 home games.
And they had to go, and they had to travel somewhere.
And then next year it'll be back to every team having 9.
Okay.
But if they play the Rams on the road, it would be like.
There you go. If they had to play the Rams this year.
But
say it again about the home teams?
Every team has 8 home games.
Right.
So next year in 2025,
they flip it.
They'll all have 9 home games.
They flip it.
That means somebody got to have that one. It's odd. It can't happen.
17 games, 8 home games, 9 road. Then they flip it. 9 home games, 8 road.
Yeah.
Somebody is not going to equal out. You got 32. You got an even number of teams, an odd number of games. That scenario can't happen, can it? Am I crazy?
It did this year, but yeah, I see what you're saying though, because some
you read too much into it.
That those London games will count as a home team, home game for a team.
Right. Okay, that's 4 games. Or
and miscellaneous games that are not okay. The NFC East. You might have to play the AFC North, and then there's a miscellaneous game. But you gotta go somewhere else.
There's an odd game. So the schedule, you play every team in your division once. That's 6.
Yep.
Then you play a whole division in the NFC.
You get 2, and you
that's
get 2,
4,
and you get two of them at home.
And then you play a whole division in your conference. That's another 3 games. But then there's that odd game where you play a like place team from the NFC in a division that you're not playing.
Right.
So, for example, this year, everybody in the AFC North played the whole NFC West.
Right.
But they all played one team from the NFC North. So Baltimore won the division, so they played, they came in second, so they played Detroit. Pittsburgh came in third, they played Green Bay. Cincinnati came in first, so they played Minnesota. So it was like
so that the Browns played the Bears.
Browns played the Bears.
Wow, okay.
So that odd game is where it catches up.
That's why you on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got degrees like that. You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna stay on Sunday, and it was with the Rams against Detroit Lions, and we just talked about that.
Oh, that was the Saturday game.
No.
Because Sunday, was that Sunday? Okay.
Saturday was all number 1 seeds.
Got it.
Playing against
Got it. So Sunday,
upstarts against Green Bay and Houston.
That was Saturday.
Yeah. Sunday was the first game with the Rams against Detroit.
No, I mean Tampa Bay and Detroit.
Tampa Bay, yeah, that's my bad. I
watched the
Rams.
first half of the movie.
You watched that?
Just the first half, and then I went upstairs.
And your boy, what was the final score of that game?
31-23.
Because they went for 2.
Which is odd.
They went for 2. That's a new thing. The new thing is when you get close, when you're 2 touchdowns down, go for 2 because you can go for 2 later. But if you go 2 for make it and you get the ball back, you're going for the win. That's the new thing.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No, if I was coach, I wouldn't do it. But
now, and also it depends on there. Maybe it's easier to get 2 once than 2 extra points, depending on your kicker. In the dome, no. But if I'm playing outside, maybe. If I'm in a blizzard, maybe I'm going to go for 2 instead of trying to make 2 extra points. But yeah, that is a thing. That drives me crazy. The other thing that drives me crazy is when teams go for 1, and because the defense is offsides, they go for 2.
Yeah.
I would jump. If I'm the defense, I would jump every time just to see if they go for 2.
Or do that Belichick thing he did. I seen another dude try to do it. You got to do 5 yards off the edge, get a running start.
that's the defense, but he's talking about the offense.
But no, he's saying if the defense jump offside, you jump offside, who cares?
That's now the offense, I'm going to try to, go for 2. Because you
what Belichick did, block the extra point. For some reason, he was so far off, they didn't account for him. He just slid in ran and blocked it. But if you have, I guess Philly got stopped eventually by Bay. But not everybody has a Bay.
Right.
So if you're Philly and you go outside, you scoring. You gonna score 99% of the time the 2. So
they put it at 2 or put it at 1.
It goes from the 2 to the 1. So that extra.
Well, it goes from
it goes from the 33
it goes from whatever the 33 to the 1 yard line.
To the 1 or to the 2?
It goes from
I guess. Because
if you go for 2, you go get it out to 2.
Right.
So that extra yard to me is like really because 90% of the plays that you see teams run, and I made that percentage up, but most of the times they run a play that's not a 1 yard play.
Right.
So the Philly special, definitely take that out. But if you're going to run a pass play, you could have ran that from the 2 yard line. So what made you think, okay, this pass play has a better chance of working from the 1?
Right.
And then and most of the time they end up with 6 instead of 7.
That's why I was mad about Philly when they lost their playoff game, because a couple times it was 3rd and 2, and they didn't get the first down. They had a point when they should have just got into the Philly push. Right, boom. You get the 1 yard, you might have got 2, and then go for a 4th. And then every time you 3rd and 2, you got to get in the Philly special. Right. That's the math. But the math was broken because they lost and they didn't do it.
Now they broke up. They got the defensive coordinator. All the coordinators gone. They talking about the quarterback ain't nothing now. That's crazy, man. That whole Philly thing.
Well, we got to talk about Tampa Bay's quarterback, man. What do you think about it?
He is what we thought he was.
Come on, Doug Williams.
Baker is not a bad quarterback.
I know
he's not a bad quarterback.
He's
right?
a sunny day quarterback. If everything works, Baker works. You got Mike Williams. I mean, I'm sorry.
That's what. I know what you're saying, because that's what I was trying to say. He's the same dude.
You got those receivers.
Mike Evans,
Mike Williams, and Mike Evans.
And the dude from San Diego.
Any dude from San Diego, and Evans is the same dude.
But when you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, guess what? I look way better than I did throwing to questionable
miscellaneous. Yeah.
So Baker, I never thought Baker was bad. I never thought he was good, but you can win with a guy like that.
He stayed in the game, but he stayed in the game though.
He did. He's got guts.
He do got guts.
But it also showed me something that Tampa Bay has a good enough team. Anybody can go there and almost win the thing. So that took away a little shine off time. Like, he went down there and won. Like, hey, Dude almost went to the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
And it's the team, it's the person that you talked about for the last 6 years being one of the most horrible starters in the league. Right.
And he didn't have the same team. His running game wasn't as good as the Bucks in 2020.
He didn't have Gronk. He didn't have all those starters on defense.
On defense,
healthy.
all those guys weren't healthy. Devin White,
right,
younger and healthier.
And he was this close with the NFC champs.
Yeah, so they go up. They're going to have a new coach, though, I heard. So.
Well, kudos to Detroit because they did what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Now we can get to Saturday. Which game we want to talk about?
Let's talk about
MVP.
Baltimore.
The MVP.
Yeah.
He showed out. It started slow, but he showed.
He showed out.
And
they showed out for him. The receivers,
they did.
The tight ends, the offensive line.
And you like the tight end. You like the back.
Yeah, I like Likely.
It's gonna be hard to.
Andrews coming
back. It's gonna be hard to make. I mean, Andrews had to play, but you got to have some with a range out there. Yeah, you're gonna have to do something with it.
Do something, or you're gonna have to switch him in and out. Andrews will play a little less until he gets all 100%.
Right.
And that's the thing with Andrews coming back. That's just like house money. He don't even have to carry. He doesn't even have to come back and catch 8 balls for 80 yards.
Dalvin Cook was in there. He got the 19-yard run. Yeah, a little scatter. And he's not ready yet, man. They are whacked.
They are OP over there.
Weapons.
They are OP.
I don't even think that was fair, man. It started. I mean, it was nice. It was a nice run by the young boy, though.
Real nice. Yeah. Coach of the year, rookie of the year. I think he could have been MVP if he didn't miss those games.
Him, that coach and the new hire for the Raiders, changing. The old linebackers, changing everything. But
they keeping him.
Yeah, the Raiders hired him.
Yeah, they hired him. And then the very last game, San Fran.
I called Green Bay.
Purdy.
I really thought Green Bay was going to win.
He made one bad pass, man.
Like last week on the show, everybody who saw the Saturday edition, I thought Green Bay, he made 3 bad passes.
I mean, costly.
Yeah, because that 3rd and 2 when he threw it behind Aaron Jones, that ruined the game. Yeah, because if they get that and keep moving, I just thought, I thought they had it.
I'm gonna give him kudos also because I thought he was horrible the first 3, 4, 5 games, even though he cost us some money at New Orleans coming down back to 14 down.
They did.
They did. When they beat New Orleans, they did that. Go for 2. Because they were down 14. They went for 2.
Right.
And then I was like, what they doing? Then they got it.
6.
And then me and him on the phone like, what's going on? What's going on? Can we cash out now? I was like, no cash out. Boom. And they went.
You got to break that story down, man. I know the story. People don't know.
It hurts my feelings to tell you how much money we
I
lost.
I got 2 Jordan Love stories. I can't touch his games ever again.
So the people is going to be in suspense about what just happened?
Whole lot of money. Ain't up a parlay. We had New Orleans. I don't like to talk about losses.
That's fine.
I move on. Down. We lost. Jordan Love is better than I thought. And he almost did something, but
I thought he was going to throw, because I drafted him in fantasy in our league. I thought he was going to have.
You didn't start him though.
I did. I started him like towards
the end
because I thought I was going to start him the whole time. I thought, okay, I'm going to use this guy first,
right?
And then so I thought this dude was going to have like 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns. I was way high
next year,
but he's catching up to that.
Next year, he might do that.
Yeah, but then I won't get him in fantasy.
You won't get.
That's exactly what
that's how he's trying to get a sneak with us.
He'll put me out of the playoffs next year.
How do you think Purdy played?
Purdy, same conversation I just had about Baker.
So how do you think Purdy played?
He played. He wasn't. He played how he played, but he don't have to quarterback because that system is so cold and they got players. So
that's the argument.
He don't have to quarterback. You know what I mean?
He had to do something this game because one of the wheels fell off. It's a 4-wheel game, and one of the main wheels was gone.
You know what?
But they
you
bailed
just said
him
something.
out. The catch on the foot.
Yeah.
The defense bailed him out.
You just said something.
You
You
and
just
the
said
defense
something.
bailed him out.
Josh Allen, to me, watching him and Alpha, he feels like he has to quarterback every drive. Otherwise, we're not going to score if I don't quarterback. If I got to run for 50 yards, if I got to throw a 80-yarder on the back foot, he feel like Brock Purdy is the opposite. Which is, I mean, when they say game manager, Cam Newton always talking about game manager or game changer. So when you say play, don't throw interceptions. To me, it's simple. It's not really that hard. On offense, I don't know about defense. Offense is, if you're running back, if the hole's there, hit the hole. Period. You quarterback.
If
it ain't there, then you got to be Barry Sanders. Then you got to deal with the line or whatever. But the hole's there, hit the hole. If the dude's open, give him the ball. That's it. That's really it. That's it.
That's what Brock Purdy.
Well, Brock Purdy,
He's not a game changer, and he's not going to win the game for you. But if it's there for the taking, he's going to get it.
but they had him in shotgun more than they had him in the whole year.
Yeah.
Because your boy went out. So they couldn't run to certain plays.
Right.
What Debo does, going in motion, doing all these other things. They had a straight, but he missed McCaffrey. He tried to make throws. He tried to win the game instead of be who you say. He tried to win the game by himself instead of dropping out to McCaffrey, then letting things open up.
And then they went to McCaffrey. But I will say this. Shout out to Cam and Mace. I'm not pocket watching. But I'm not pocket watching like OJ. But I'll tell you this. If Brock Purdy doesn't play as well without Debo or without McCaffrey, then he's not worth $50 million. Because to me, $50 million means that we're ready to go as is. And that's what I say about some of these $50 million quarterbacks, $45 million, is that I don't want to hear about what they need unless it's a better defense.
Yeah.
Because if you look at a team and say, man, if they had a better coach and healthy receivers, they could win, then that quarterback's not worth $50 million. How are you going to get those receivers if you're paying them that much money? And that's where I say, where I look at like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, they're just add water. Right?
Right.
You don't have to. We saw what Lamar did for all them years with no receivers. And it's not,
Still don't have receivers. I mean,
still don't have
young
like that.
Zay, old OBJ.
Yeah.
Even as OBJ, he's not old, but his knees old.
OBJ has had,
He got 90-year-old knees.
like I said before, 3 100-yard games since 2018.
Wow.
He's not.
And you would think he had 3,000 yards every year. Every first down is I'm the greatest. I look at
He's happy to be seen right about now.
What the
But
heck?
look,
Nigga, give me the
OBJ had a Super Bowl. He's a champion, and he might get another one. So,
Right.
hey.
He
So
might.
when you talk about him, he was like, he got two rings.
I got
Two rings, one catch.
I got 7 yards.
That's what I would call him.
Chris Hogan got 2 Super
In
Bowl
the
rings.
Super Bowl, though, he was really. He had like 100 yards in the Super Bowl.
He didn't. When we looked that up, he had 3 catches and like what did he have?
I ain't looking up.
Really?
Remember we talking about
He had that long crossing route,
Right.
and a touchdown.
It looked like he had a lot.
It looked like he was on the way to 100 yards. There you go.
Look it up. He was on his way to be a Super MVP, and we looked at him like
He was balling though. He was.
I mean, he
But
didn't
Stafford
have-
quarterback. We talking about Stafford though.
Right.
Stafford
And we talking about a triple crown receiver that they
with
were
Cup,
watching.
and he was
Right.
Cup. Right.
Right, Triple
We
Crown.
got Cup. We got Cup
He
over there.
had, he had
Everybody
2
over.
catches for 52 yards and a touchdown.
He was MVP. He was on the way to MVP. He had
But that was in the first half. Though.
I'm just saying.
with that one
Hey.
crossing route, any receiver in the game would have got you 30 yards on that cross
High
because
school,
the guy, the
college, or
linebacker
whatever.
fell.
Yeah.
That was in the first quarter. He got hurt in the second quarter.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just saying.
linebacker fell on that first crossing route.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. He's about to have.
He's still
eight.
a baller.
He's gonna have 8 for 200 with 4 touchdowns. That's MVP.
You was too. You was too.
No, I had
You was too.
3 for 201.
You was
and,
too.
And three. I
Yeah,
had
you
3
was
for 3,
too.
201.
You know what I'm saying?
True story, dog. You know about
I was gonna make the NBA too. We can all say if this or that.
Yeah.
If I was just a foot taller and could dribble, shoot, or pass,
I got all three, right?
Or all three, just one of the three. Well,
True.
Man, I like Brock Purdy. I just don't think he's not, and that's the way I defend Brock Purdy. If all these other dudes are getting money, Brock Purdy's worth it. I don't think any of them dudes, besides I would pay Mahomes, I would pay Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Those are the only three guys that come to mind that I think are worth $45 to $50 million a year.
What if Brock Purdy shows you?
Brock Purdy can get that too. Then if Daniel Jones got 40, then Brock Purdy can get it.
Hey, Brock Purdy should get paid for services rendered. Because
if
he wasn't there,
some back pay.
and they used that last pick on the offensive line you never heard, where was San Francisco be at right now?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He should get paid for
I mean, if he shows something in this game,
even if
it
not,
might be
give him
something.
some
to
money.
be here, period. If they chose an offensive lineman you never heard of, where would San Francisco be right now?
Right, he's
Trey
got.
Lance?
He has to at least get what Daniel Jones got. And yes,
Right.
If I was a team owner, there's no way in the world I would give it to him, even though I'm so
it ain't no money on
I'm speaking as his agent. He's got to get at least. But as a team owner, I'm looking like, bruh, if I give you this and we lose Ayuk or Kittle or Debo.
Okay,
you're gonna look like trash.
I don't think you can
you're
lose.
gonna look normal.
This is
You're
what
gonna
you
look
can't
like a
lose.
regular Iowa State quarterback.
Look
This is
like
what you
a
can't
regular
lose.
guy.
You can't lose Kittle. You can't lose Debo. You can't lose McCaffrey. You can lose IU. I think you can replace.
That's true.
I think you can replace IU.
That's true.
Even though IU is getting better and better,
That's true.
I think you can replace him.
That's fair.
But the other
But
three
you
are
can't
irreplaceable.
But if you lose Ayuk, you have to replace him.
You do.
If you lose Ayuk and you get just like when the Cowboys could live without Alan Harper, and they never really found that number two.
Yeah, Harper was a beast.
And I'm saying if they lose Ayuk and it's just like
that's a good example.
And it's just like a
But
revolving
Ayuk,
door that number two receiver.
I
It's
mean,
not going to be the same.
I mean, you can get Ayuk.
They can replace him with OBJ.
You can replace him with.
But look,
You know,
in reality, he's the only receiver. If you look at the offense,
Yeah.
even though Debo is listed as wide receiver,
Yeah, Debo's a weapon.
He playing running back because he's never at the wideout.
Yeah.
Who's the other receiver?
Debo, but he's not.
Other than them two. They can have somebody.
They
They
got
have-
just a cast of
They have a cat area. They
But
have
those they got Debo and Ayuk, and then they always
number
have
15. I can't remember his
1585. They got
Hey.
I can't tell you.
Kittle.
Jennings, maybe?
Jennings is out
Yeah,
there.
Jennings.
I tell you what, Shanahan got a cold ass scheme, man. I mean, and they got the players.
The weapons.
Them niggas, they
Yeah,
tough, they
the
fast.
He got the weapons to do whatever he wants to.
They got
Mike
If you
Shanahan's
take away those
scheme,
weapons,
right,
wow.
His scheme looks like garbage. Every year he's been in San Francisco when two people get hurt, that scheme looks like
When
garbage.
they play Cleveland, when them two guys.
They won 4 games a couple times.
McCaffrey and
He's had 3 10-loss seasons there. So
Wow.
it's not the scheme. It ain't the
Wow.
scheme.
You see all the players. That's
It's
what I'm
the
saying.
dream.
One of those wheels
And
gone.
like you say, this year when they got hurt,
Wow.
but 3 10-loss
Wow.
seasons, I don't want to hear that his scheme. It's a great scheme,
Wow.
but you need the people, right?
I should have went to college, man. I mean, God.
Should've went to college, yeah.
And the president over here like, oh.
I know that. This is true. You should have went
That's
to go
true.
real college.
I didn't know.
You went to that
You
boy.
went to that.
I don't even know what's going on in that college.
But you know what, man? This is very hard to get into now.
Hold on, man. Let that slide.
Impossible.
Hold on, man.
Impossible.
Ohio State is like a smart person. Like
Yeah.
back when we were
They
growing
changed
up,
it.
that was like
Everybody.
Everybody.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Listen.
Now you got to go to satellite schools, right, before you get in there.
Yeah, if you had gas money, you could get to Ohio State. If you can get here,
Listen, man. Let me tell you something.
They actually called you and said, hey,
Listen, man. Let me tell you something.
yeah, you got the $10 to get here?
Let me tell you something, man.
And you were like, yes. Here's your dorm room. They gave you a dorm room and everything. Over $10.
It was more about the community than it was academics. It was about the community.
Now it's like, hey, look, man.
what's this, a 3.8? Nah.
You got to go to the satellite school for a
And
year.
ball out there.
Huh?
You got to go to satellite school for it and ball out.
Ball out and then get there.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Compliments of President Gee.
All right, we're gonna talk about Harbaugh real quick, though. Harbaugh took that job, but it's not actually finalized because he wants to bring some people and change a couple things, but it's fine.
It's finalized. Why not?
Yeah.
If you're an organization and you're hiring your third coach in 5 years or whatever, maybe you should be open to some changes.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna take this.
Film,
We're gonna take this next.
already there.
Hey, look, we're gonna take these next 32 seconds and give him his flowers. When he went to San Diego,
When?
I never heard of San Diego football. I heard basketball. I like college basketball.
Kawhi.
Went there, boom.
Who is
Then
this?
he went Harbaugh.
Oh yeah.
He started at San Diego.
Yeah, that's
Then he went to
right.
Stanford,
When?
and they was hard nosed. Like, I'm gonna knock you in the mouth. I don't know how coaches make a regular dude.
And he keep on leaving the black. That's another thing I give Harbaugh. He leaves his organization to watch the black.
Yeah, he does.
To the black coaches, which is great. Anybody want a Sprite?
No, I'm good.
20 more minutes. Thank you very much.
I didn't
That's
say-
my Sprite, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's our sponsor. Out there.
Sponsor.
Hey, but we love LeBron.
He
Out here.
goes to Stanford, turns them around. Stanford bad football. What? They hitting people in the mouth. He go to San Fran, they hitting people in the mouth.
One throw away
He go to
from
Michigan.
winning the
Michigan. The Michigan Ohio State game wasn't even, for me. It wasn't even
It
fun.
wasn't even watchable.
It was like, because when I grew up, Michigan was a threat no matter what. But it's like, then he comes in,
Yeah, we
and
used to
I
kill
don't
you.
know how.
I don't. Who's the national champion, please? Can you please
Professor,
tell
you see
me?
how I never
You see how he
Hey,
I can't hear you.
Professor, you see how I never got.
Who is the national
We
champion?
got a new
30
season
seconds.
now, bro.
No, well, until next year. Until next year, who's the champion?
So what happened when I was saying them 30 seconds?
I feel that though, and I'll say this about Harbaugh. And when he got to San Francisco, it wasn't the same team that, in all fairness, Singletary didn't have the same team. He had like 35 new players.
Yeah, talk on it.
But that's what makes Harbaugh. Harbaugh is like, hey, we got to do something. I'm not going to win. He lost with these guys. I'm
But
not
I'm gonna
going
give
to win
Singletary
with
this
these
much.
same guys. Get me some new guys. So he knows he needs new guys.
Yeah.
And then two, if I'm looking at Harbaugh, I'm not saying he's Bill Belichick. But what I am saying is that we've never seen Bill Belichick show the ability to go from here to here. And that's what Harbaugh
different places.
Harbaugh
different
is
energy.
here to here.
In different
The
places.
energy he brings is different.
It is.
Because
crazy.
he's
It's
a
crazy.
coach and he's player friendly.
Yeah.
So, the Singletary point, he did kickstart. He had to thank Singletary for that step
Oh, yeah,
because
he just
the
needed
stuff
better
that Singletary did while he was there, especially with the tight end,
Yeah.
kicking him, change the way he
Change
played
his
and a couple
trajectory.
plays. Yeah. So when he got there, now all of a sudden you got an all-pro tight end that's playing at top level and other people because Singletary was that guy.
Yeah.
The same thing they're saying about old boy from the Washington offensive coordinator.
You're right.
They don't like the way he coaches because he coaches hard. He coaches like we did back in the day. He yells at people, and people don't like get yelled at. Oh, poor baby. You're a girl. Hey, this is football, man. It's football, man. If you ain't doing what I said, hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? No, don't yell at me. Just send me a text and tell me that I have to move to the right a little bit. Man, come on, man. But Singletary was that guy, and then Harbaugh took over. And he did change some guys, but some of the guys that were there, Singletary made them harder,
Yeah.
and that helped them also.
Was Alex Smith already there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they drafted Kaepernick.
Yeah. They drafted Kaepernick, and then Kaepernick replaced Alex Smith in, what was that, 2011?
Because he got hurt
And they
Alex
lost.
Smith
They lost.
in the Super Bowl.
No, they lost in the playoffs in 2011. They went to the Super Bowl in 2012.
Yeah, Kaepernick had a nice run.
Mm-hmm.
He had a nice run. And he
So
had that
was that-
defense. He had a whole lot of things going over there.
Yeah, but that I think 2011 was Alex Smith's last year as the whole
that ain't
start.
right, yeah.
Yeah, but Kaepernick took the job. I'm sorry, in 2012.
Kaepernick is perfect for the NFL right now. How they protect quarterbacks and shit. He ain't got a job.
I didn't like.
I don't know if
this.
they protect him. Cam didn't get protected when they started changing.
That was 8 years
They
ago.
like,
come on, right now.
you think Cam will get protected?
No. Cam and Big Ben did not get protected.
I'm talking about right now.
I don't
When
know.
it's set up like college. It was basically senior college.
Well, Cam played 2
College
years
is
ago.
JV.
He didn't get protected when he was in New
It's
England.
varsity.
Cam ain't never got protection. Yeah, I think Harbaugh's going to turn him around. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the quarterback. Again, especially the fact that they need a better coach, right?
Yeah, they love
You're a $50
him.
million quarterback. I don't want to hear nothing about needing a coach.
Yeah,
You got to score points.
Yeah, they love him.
I'm paying you $50 million a year. Score points. So now Harbaugh's going to come in, though.
All right, let's break that down, man.
I don't know where they're going to get talent from
Let's break this
because of
down.
their salary cap.
Well, let's break this down.
Yeah.
40 brought up Harbaugh, justifiably so. They won national championship. He got all the bragging rights. He goes to San Diego. I keep calling San Diego. I'm calling San Diego. He goes to the Chargers, right? They get the quarterback. If y'all remember, in college, Herbert was boom, blase, boom.
Right.
But then he gets to the pros, nobody liked him. Like, oh, his pro day, his blah. Then he get to the season, oh, he throws this, he's 6'6", he's prototypical. He don't have no fucking on the goddamn wins, man. He ain't won nothing. He can't even get a 500 record in the regular season. You know what I'm saying, me? But they still love him. I don't understand. They still love. Oh, you got a quarterback in place. Baker Mayfield. I don't even like Baker Mayfield. He did better than that. But they love Herbert.
I'm gonna give him love because
They love Herbert.
his receivers always hurt, and he's always left with one, and he
See?
get triple teamed.
See?
And he had nobody else but those receivers.
He's got
And they got all receivers.
He's got more than most quarterbacks to get more criticism.
Austin Eckler's hurt.
Talk to him, Professor.
He's got more than Dak.
No,
When did Dak have two receivers like that? Dak,
he doesn't. That's what my point is. He you know the receivers, but they never play.
And-
Hold on,
They never play together.
Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, literally 2 years ago.
but he had Mike Williams and
Cooper.
But he
You say
got
Cooper?
Mike Williams has been
Mike
hurt
Williams does not miss
Played
every
three.
year.
the last 2 years. He had.
Now in 2021 he played.
Yeah, and the Kid Keenan was hurt. When
Keenan
Mike Williams
played
was.
So he had
They
Keenan
never-
and Mike Williams. He had
They played. They played.
the running back.
I looked up something. They played like 13 games together.
Dak had
14 games
had
left.
two receivers for 1 year.
Dak is garbage.
I'm just saying that a lot of guys get criticized harsher with less weapons. That's all I'm saying.
CeeDee Lamb.
Baker Mayfield, for example, had nothing in Cleveland and got criticized.
We comparing different tiers
Well-
of quarterback to me.
I'm just
Well-
saying that all I said was
I'm saying
a lot of quarterbacks.
I'm saying Dak and Baker maybe, but I actually think Boyd's on a different tier than them.
we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
We've seen the yards, just like we saw Jameis Winston throw for 5,000.
Yeah. James Winston had the big receivers too. When he did throw for 5,000, Mike Evans,
Yeah.
and they had another receiver before what's called that was
4,000. Yeah.
yeah, that
What's
was
his name?
gigantic. So he thought it's 50-50 ball type of catch. But it's official. He did sign.
He did sign, but so we'll see. We'll see. I just know with Harbaugh, it's going to be sink or swim for everybody. Like, you aren't going to get average play and still be Harbaugh's quarterback, offensive
It's
tackle,
gonna take-
running back,
Okay.
receiver.
It's gonna take about 3 years to change over, but they should
Right.
go to the playoffs.
They're going to be good.
And
The
media,
guys
though.
that you're talking about are going to be gone. The guys that are hurt all the time won't be there if Harbaugh's the coach.
No.
Okay, Professor.
No.
One of the main reasons you got to be professor because you went through different levels of education, right? So you have to look for the future. Let's think about this. Who's the best head coach ever? Is Belichick in the top 3? When did he get to New England? I don't know how old Harbaugh is, but this LA job, this San Diego Chargers job, this is his last job. So you basically start his clock off the same way you start off Belichick's clock off. It's about the same age when you got the head coaching job. If I'm assuming, okay. So he's over there, and you did everything else in the world except win the Super Bowl. Now you got to win multiple Super Bowls. You're starting off with a top draft choice where Belichick started out with a 6th-round draft for Tom Brady. I'm not saying they miss on the draft. People miss on the draft all the time. But you got a quarterback. That's all they kept saying. He has a quarterback. He can do everything else. And they're building them. Are they going to stay in the arena they're in now? Or are they building a new arena? Or is that the basketball team?
Basketball team.
Clippers are getting their own.
Okay, that's my fault.
They're getting their own place.
Everything Harbaugh has done collegiately as a player, coach, and everything else, he's going to be judged in these next 10 years as a coach for San Diego Chargers playing in
LA Chargers, yeah.
Playing in LA.
I put Harbaugh, and this is how I feel about coaches, and I'm not saying one's better than the other, but Harbaugh is a fire starter. Belichick's not a fire starter. Belichick, I think, would do good in Dallas. Put Belichick on a team that's playoff, and he can cut out all the nonsense, get guys to focus, and he can win. Put Belichick on a bad team, I don't think they get any better.
They won't listen to none of that.
And I think Harbaugh's the opposite. Like, you put him on a bad team, he's going to start the fire. He's going to elevate. I don't think Belichick is that guy that elevates. Even we saw him in New England after Brady left and some of the defenders left. He wasn't able to rebuild. And some coaches are like that, like a Phil Jackson. Is like we never saw Phil Jackson take a team from 0 to hero.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
But if you got a good team that's not doing what they're supposed to do,
that's true.
Belichick is 71 years old, right? Yeah. He ain't listening to no owner, and I'm probably sure that Bill Parcells, who he looks up to, told him don't go there. Your man, no, don't go there because your man is too much into it. And they're not going to let you make the decision that you want to.
Who? Don't go where?
Dallas.
Oh, I was about the Jets.
Because Parcells was there. And your boy slept back that extra point or whatever, the field goal. They tried to run it in. And they lost that game. And Parcells was like, I'm gone. Right after that, he was like, it's too much going. They got slump rocket quarterback. He seen it before. He's like, oh no, I'm gone.
Yeah. The punter should have been doing the holding anyway. Once Romo became the starter.
I like Parcells. He's another fire starter.
Parcells is the one. If you ask me if you're talking about,
but he didn't take over. When Parcells got to the Giants, they weren't garbage. They had been to the playoffs recently. Like in '81, they lost to San Francisco in the playoffs. They had LT. But that New England team was terrible.
If we talk about the winningest coach, are we talking about the best coach? I think Parcells is probably the best coach.
I agree with that because we've seen Parcells take over some terrible teams, the Patriots and the Jets, and get them.
Part of coaching is not only coaching, but being a leader and having people look up to you.
Yeah.
Belichick got to a point where it was like, we don't want to listen to you, old man, because you let go of
20-something years.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about. But even you heard rumbling in between the 10 years when they wouldn't win the Super Bowl, and they won. They went a long time without winning the Super Bowl, and they're like,
yeah,
Belichick, I can't even watch TV and shit like that. Come on, man. He has an organizational way of running things.
Right.
That he's not gonna step away from. When other people Harbaugh is kind of a flexible dude. Like he's a fire starter, but he's flexible.
And he'll make you think what he wants to do is your idea.
There it is.
He'll sell you on the fact that
and there it is.
You want to go right, he wants to go left. He'll make you think that you wanted to go left the whole time.
Right.
Like he's got that.
He throw options up there.
Yeah,
the best.
He got that.
And he'll sway you away from there like. But you sure about that? Because everything. How about this one? Exactly. I'm with you on that one. Let's go. Bye.
There's some coaches, man. Marty Schottenheimer to me was a great. He never won the Super Bowl.
No, but I think he
got there.
Everywhere he went, they were either bad or on the downslide. And
13-3 they fired.
14-2.
14-2.
And they intercepted in 2006 in the 2006 playoff. Remember, they intercepted Brady to put the game away, and the guy
fumbled. He kept running around.
Kept running around, and he fumbled.
They got a video of him telling them when you get an interception for the to seal the game, go down. They had a video of him saying that an hour before the game.
Oh man!
And
he cursed. He cursed, man. He got cursed.
Yeah, he was cursed. A good coach.
That's another guy that deserved more because they replaced him. Like we said, the Chargers haven't done anything.
North Turner got him, but North Turner just took over what Marty built. Yeah. But 3 years later,
offensive coordinator North Turner, yes.
Yeah.
Head coach, no.
No. Same thing with Marty. Like I said, Marty was in Cleveland. They went to the playoffs 85, 86, 87, 88.
89. They lost.
No, he wasn't there in 89.
Carson?
Yeah.
Carson? Okay.
Since he left, they've been in the playoffs 4 times. Like, that dude, why are you getting rid of that guy? Kansas City, the same way. They fired him. He had them right there. They fired him. He would have got a Super Bowl if he had 9 lives like a Bill Cowher. Where Bill Cowher was there for all them years, and they like, that's our ownership.
You need that kind of owner, though. Right?
Yeah, you need somebody that's like...
You need that kind of owner that's like, look.
Yeah.
Hey, no matter what happens, you here.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffery. Who would have played? Yeah, they. Oh wow.
That was on big backs, big safeties.
Big backs. Oh yeah, big.
Rodgers.
Imagine what Christian McCaffery would do right now.
Right.
Earl. Them little linebackers that cover, they would get rent.
These safeties playing linebacker they got now.
AP in his prime.
Safeties playing linebacker.
AP in his prime right now with Rushford for 2,500.
Yeah. But teams are starting to see that, and they're starting to put a fullback in.
I bet you AP
or an extra tight end, and they just like, they're stopping the pass, and that's how football is.
Sam Fran got the fullback, and that's how your boy gets open, man.
Hey, your boy, Baltimore got a big ass fullback.
Stays with a
Baltimore
300-pound fullback.
Those are the two best.
Those are the only fullbacks in the league. The Browns had one. The Browns had one for a couple years. I don't think they had one this year though.
You need a guy to play fullback and tight end and play on the line.
Well, Baltimore. That's what San Fran's. I can't pronounce his name. But he goes out for routes like a tight end too. So
that's Kyle Houston.
Boom, Kyle Houston.
Houston, I forget his name. They have a guy that he was kicking field goals or kicking extra points.
You do all that.
That game when the kicker got hurt. But that's how football is cat and mouse. You know, when receivers were big and back when we were younger, corners were 6'2".
Yep.
Then the Redskins came with 5'9" receiver.
Yep.
6'2" corners can't keep up with them.
Yep.
Then the corners get smaller, so the receivers get bigger.
Then the backs got big. So they got the big scat backs. Then you had the Mouse Davises with this running shoots. Yeah, it's reciprocal, man. I mean, it goes back and forth.
That's perfect. What we just talking about shows you that Tennessee ain't running their plays right. Because he's in the backfield by himself,
right,
or out of a shotgun
with no receivers and no quarterback.
When you should have a fullback run him out the eye, boom, because he's gonna run over everybody.
Give it to the fullback
and play action. You can play action all day.
Let the fullback get 10 carries just to keep the linebackers honest.
You got man, because he's running over everybody.
Yeah,
we know that. Did he get 1,000 yards this season?
I don't know if he got 1,000. Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
he's a Hall of Famer though.
Yeah.
He's the best running back that we've seen since AP retired.
That's a bold statement.
I don't know about that.
He ran for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, but I think McCaffery is the best running back.
No, this dude ran his team.
He got 1,100 this year.
He's the best running back.
That type of running back, but McCaffery is the best running back.
He's the best. McCaffery missed half of his career to injury.
And he still got 1,000 yards rushing, passing and receiving twice.
No, he didn't get 1-1 twice. And
Derrick
Derrick Henry had 2,000 yards. Derrick Henry had 2,300 yards from scrimmage. So it's not impressive to me that you got it passing and running. The yards are the yards. Hell, Roger Craig got 1,000 yards rushing and receiving
That's my dog.
30 years ago.
That's my dog.
Christian McCaffery led the league in rushing this year, right?
This year, that was his first time.
1459, right?
First time.
That was the first time leading the league in rushing.
How many times did Derrick Henry get over 1,500 yards?
In 2019, he
1, 2, 3 times.
He got 857. You're right. 1,867. You're right.
How many times has he run for 1,000 yards, Christian McCaffrey, in his career? I want to say 4.
Three.
Okay, so he has 3,000-yard seasons, and you want to argue with me because I said that Derrick Henry's the best.
I'm not arguing, but
I'm not
telling
arguing,
you he is.
but you know what I'm
I'm
saying.
telling you he is, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's. And when I say the best that we've seen since AP, all things
AP
are
is
counted.
different. AP is different.
I'm not talking about who had the best year or
I
who
know
had
that.
the best highlight film, but I'm saying Derrick Henry's going to be a 10,000-yard back.
He's at 9.5 right now.
Right. So you got to, who else is there?
I mean, Curtis Martin had 14,000. What that mean?
Exactly. That's what it was.
That means if you got to say somebody's better than him, they can't have 5,000 yards. If you
and
say
your boy has over 10,000 yards cumulative.
who,
Christian McCaffrey.
he has 10,000 yards cumulative.
Yeah, over 10,000. Yes.
How many 1,000-yard rushing seasons does he have?
We just said three. But he has over 10,000 cumulative.
He's a dual threat running back, though. Like Cam
So you
Newton said.
telling me this dude has 7,000 receiving yards?
No, he has 6,000 rushing and 4,300 receiving.
All right. So
That is more than.
so
That's what? That's 10, right?
Yeah, it's over 10. Yeah, it's over 10,000. Yeah.
Henry's only at 9.5.
so Henry
Oh,
has.
I didn't check the.
I was gonna say,
He catches
so Henry has 0 receiving yards.
200 yards. 200.
How much he got?
200. He got
All he needs is 20.
Henry only has 155 receiving yards.
How many?
That's what it says, right?
155.
I had that against Garfield. What are you talking about?
Not for his career.
I'm looking at it's his career right here.
So you're telling me
It says
McCaffrey has more yards cumulative than
Hold on,
Hurt.
that's wrong. 155 receptions.
Okay, how many yards?
Receiving.
600.
Career. Give me a second.
155 be about 700.
14.
Oh, wow.
1458.
Okay.
what about Nick Chubb?
That's a dude that could. That's a special dude.
I'm just saying, there's people between.
Yeah,
listen, if
nobody
we talking about
McCaffrey.
a running back, I'm not talking about
Yeah,
how many
McCaffrey,
times
man.
you
McCaffrey.
caught
McCaffrey.
check. But again, 3 1,000-yard seasons is not going to put you in the conversation when we're talking about all time.
Yeah, but
McCaffrey had the best season this year.
But the years that he didn't get 1,000 yards rushing, he had over 1,000 yards cumulative because he was catching the pass.
Not every year.
All right.
How many years did he play less than
All right,
12 games? Y'all lucky I don't have any service in here. Because you guys are making up stuff that's
Deep
not
suburbs,
here.
nigga, those are
You guys are telling me that this dude
And
has had 6 seasons of over 1,000 yards receiving.
And that's what he's doing.
no.
I'm telling you.
No, I
Derrick
said
Henry's story.
a cumulative.
Okay.
Cumulative.
No, I'm going to new and improved.
Three
I got a
1,000
key
yards.
here. I'm going to new and improved.
3,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving.
Okay.
But a cumulative altogether, he's had over what?
No, you're not in the conversation if you've had 3.
He has over 10,000 yards in cumulative.
3 1,000-yard seasons.
How
Get out of
many
here.
people have over 10,000 yards in cumulative?
Put him up there with Eric Metcalf.
Stop it.
I'm
embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
That's my
Embarrassing.
dog.
Embarrassed, dog.
I was talking running back.
Stop it, man.
So, new and improved will give us the real.
And McCaffrey still got about 2-3 more years. Derrick Henry
If
done.
he's healthy.
Derrick Henry done.
How many times has Derrick Henry had 1,000 yards?
How many times has
Every
Derrick
year.
Henry been the only dude? And McCaffrey
McCaffrey was-
now McCaffrey ain't the only dude now. That's why he's gonna stay up.
No, I mean, you saying, but What I'm saying is Henry was the only dude that still stayed healthy and ran his team to the NFC Championship with no passing game.
He did. Just like AP. Just like AP.
That's why I said since AP. I didn't put him above AP.
Just like AP.
And put his team on his back and broke records in the playoffs. But Nick Chubb is up there too.
Nick Chubb was better.
I have Nick Chubb's stats if you want to.
Nick Chubb was better.
But you skipped the McCaffrey. But go
I
ahead.
got both of them. Which one do you want?
Nick Chubb, how many times has he had 1,000 yards?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times.
4 times.
Almost 5. He was 4 years off his rookie year.
Right. So, but he came in 18,
Mm-hmm.
and he was hurt this 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 4.
McCaffrey has been since 17 and only has 3.
Mm-hmm.
And his receiving yards, he hit 1,000
One
once,
time. Yep.
and had 867 the year before.
But he has 10,000 yards.
He has over 10,000 yards.
Yeah, he's over 10,000 yards. 6,185 plus 4,320.
How many rushing yards?
6,185.
Okay, so what did Jay-Z say? Get your weight up.
Professor gonna go to motherfucking hip
So
hop.
we'll holler at him in a couple years.
Hey, he is what he is.
When he's healthy, though, I've always said this.
You got 10-5. You got 10-5.
When he's
Yeah,
healthy,
10-5.
the dude is a threat. And again, with running back receiving yards, especially for Carolina, when you're catching 80 balls for 800 yards, a lot of them are dump downs. Take that with a grain of salt. But when we talk about running back, I'm talking about, are you running the ball? Chris Johnson, was another guy that was a monster. But that Chris Johnson was before AP, though.
Okay, 2020, 21, and 22, he only played 16 games.
That's terrible.
Right.
In 3 years, he played how many games?
16 games.
Get that dude off. Get him off my radar. Like I said, in 2 or 3 years, because he's on. If he runs like this
he played
for
16 games this year.
and last year, didn't he? How many?
11 games last year.
11
Yeah.
last year.
But for Christian McCaffery,
He had over 1,000 yards cumulative last year. This year,
how many did he rush for last year?
Last year.
746.
Okay, because he played 11 games.
464 receiving.
Y'all got to get out of here.
464
Oakwood
receiving.
Crew, you see how they trying to do?
Hey, look,
464. Hey, how you want 1,000? How you want 1,000? You want it all on the ground?
Running back.
You want
Running back.
You want
I'm talking about, or
when you're the best receiver on the team.
or if you're lining up and beat, but I'm not talking about it's man coverage and the quarterback dumps down to you 70 times.
Young City.
It's still 1,000 yards. Why do you care how you get it,
You
man?
can't be a professor with a bachelor's degree. You gotta have different levels.
I'm talking about
You can't be a professor with a bachelor's degree. You
Running back.
gotta have levels.
Hey, Derrick Henry is my guy, and I'm not saying
I'm
saying they on the
saying-
same level. I'm saying they on the same level. That's
all
all
I'm saying is Derrick Henry has accomplished way more running the football. And that's what I was talking about,
Okay.
going back to the initial statement since the AP, because a lot of guys, we can go back.
No, I agree. I agree.
We can
I
go
agree with
back
that.
in time,
But
and because those running back receiving yards are different than a receiver.
I play. If you play
Derrick
running
Henry
back,
played-
I get it.
running
You
back.
get it.
Derrick
You
Henry
get
played 8 games 1 year and had 937 yards.
That's all I'm saying. New and improved.
That's
I said, when you do it like rushing the ball, yeah, okay, I give you that. But I said, if you have the running back, however you get it, you get it.
But
if I got 35 touchdowns and 20 of them is receiving, you mad at me because I didn't get them all?
No, I'm
rushing?
not mad. I get
I'm
that.
just saying.
But what I'm saying, though, is that people overlooking this conversation is for all Derrick Henry's rushing yards, what percentage of those passing yards did that team get because of Derrick Henry?
Oh yeah,
Because they
Play
so play
Because-
action.
Can you
9
name that
people
quarterback?
in the box?
because that quarterback never. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is when you talk about a running back, even though he's not catching the ball, he does a lot for your passing game.
Derrick Henry would do well if he changed teams and he had. If he went,
If he
I thought he
went
was
to
going to be traded
Dallas.
to Dallas, and that would have changed the whole
If
game.
you put
right
him and Tony Pollard,
there. Because Pollard's the third down back. He's not every down back.
Pollard
A
Pollard
third
can
down.
play
Damn.
every- He can play
Well,
every
he
down.
Change the
Change the
pace
pace.
and third down back. But if you got Derrick Henry, he's a third down back. You're not gonna put him. You're not gonna put Derrick Henry.
What are you changing the pace of?
Derrick Henry.
They're not on the same team. I'm trying to
No,
say.
he's saying if we had Derrick.
That's what we already said.
If Dallas had. So,
that was the whole
and
thing.
at this point, Derrick Henry could be.
Okay.
Derrick Henry might only be a first down back. But as much as people want to say it's over 1,100 yards.
No, I don't think it's over. I think it's over in Tennessee. I think it's over in Tennessee because
dude still
he's
got
the only
1,100
person.
yards.
He's the only person.
Let me ask you a question.
There.
Let me ask you a question. How many years Derrick Henry got? Prime.
I think 2 or 3.
How many Derrick Henry got prime?
Are you saying how many times can he get 1,000 yards?
Prime. Whatever that is. Prime.
No, prime.
One
How
or
many
two.
times did he rush for
Nah,
1,600?
I don't ask him nothing.
16 years.
16?
years.
How many years he got
16
prime?
Once.
Yeah.
Only once.
15 he rushed for 3 times.
Okay, 3. I give 15. That's close enough. That was his prime.
How many
Everything else is a little.
How many years he got?
If you're saying 15.
His prime
it's-
over?
100 yards a game is 63 yards a game is not prime.
Is his prime over?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's
How many
over.
years he got
But
prime?
he's still, but where
prime
he's
is
at
over.
right now is
Chris-
better than a whole lot of ago.
Christian McCaffery, how much prime he got?
He might be out of his prime, but he's closer to his
He's
prime.
in-
Years. How many
He's
years?
close to prime.
He's in his prime.
How many years he got prime?
I just said about 2 more years.
No,
How many years he got?
I give him 3.
So
3
who's
or
a Hall of
4.
Famer? Chris McCaffery or
Both.
So who's better? That's what y'all talking about, right?
If Chris McCaffrey has to do this for 3 more years, and then I'll listen. Then I'll let you guys pick.
I know I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
It's the evolution of the Gale Sayers argument for you.
That's what I was just gonna say.
All right. I get you.
That's tough.
We talk about different things.
You went to the
If I go in the room,
That's tough, man.
if I go in the room and I'm like, hey, and you had all the running backs, pick 3 of them. What you call it? The 3 I picked, you'd be like, why you pick them? These other cats.
Right.
But I got you.
No, because I'm that guy. That, we can watch 2 highlight films, and I want to turn them off.
Yeah.
And I just want to know what did they do.
Right.
Like Gale Sayers
You
is
can't
gonna
do
blow you away.
You can't do it, man. That's crazy.
But, hey,
It's crazy.
You know, did he get 12,000 yards? No. Okay, turn off the tape. That's the way. That's the way I am. Because when you get injured, time goes on.
Mine might be plays plus people made miss. Equals
Right.
Equals he's live. And this dude is live, right? And he scored. And yours might be, hey, look, you a Curtis Martin type of dude. You get beat. I don't know how he got to the Hall of Fame.
Because I'm saying this. All those times Gale Sayers is one of my favorites, don't get me wrong. But all those times he didn't play, the Bears had a game.
Yeah, true.
And he had 0 rushing yards. Same thing for McCaffrey. Carolina had games when he was hurt. So we can say, oh man, what he would have done if he was. Carolina lost. Or they had. Because they had a game.
Woulda, coulda. I'm on what they did, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
It's that whole 2 different things. And I lean too far one way.
So,
like, I give people no slack for missing.
Hey, listen. So you have AP,
Mm-hmm.
you have Derrick Henry,
Mm-hmm.
and you got Curtis Martin. They all the same guy?
Are they all the same guy?
They do different things. All of them they do different things.
Curtis Martin was a slasher.
If
If you make a hole in this room, he was like a mouse. He's gonna find that hole and be gone.
He wasn't going enough for me, but
I mean, when I say gone, I mean he's
he got a 4.5 every time.
Yeah, he's through the hole. But AP was that if it's no hole,
AP,
he might just drop.
AP had he had spectacular speed immediate.
He had AP was just AP.
Where Derrick Henry is like a engine, it builds up to steam. And then boom, now he's at full speed. Now you can't stop him. AP was automatic, like
2 steps and he's at full speed.
a 6'6" running back.
They were both so. I would take either AP or Curtis Martin. I like Curtis. AP missed some years, but he wasn't always hurt. Like when he missed a year, he'd come back and play the next year.
Curtis Martin.
But Curtis Martin,
I can't see. It's like you can't see.
Yeah, but 6'6" running back coming at you at linebacker, that's crazy. He's 6'6". Like LeBron coming down the hall, like, how you gonna tackle?
Derrick Henry does feel like he's about 6'9".
I mean, just keep.
That's a big boy.
Keep hitting him.
But it's just that contrast.
He didn't get hurt this year though at all. I mean, he didn't get the ball that much either.
Tennessee.
They changed it. He needs a new playground.
Yeah.
And they need to change up, and he needs weapons.
Is
So
he
he won't be the
still-
only ones that they can't really kill him.
Yeah. Is he the only? He's still there, or he done?
I don't know.
I think he's
leaving.
out.
I think he's leaving.
The coach is out. Are they gonna still continue with that running game or whatever they was doing over there? And then where does he go? Because you got. You know what you got. You got Derrick Henry on one end, and you got Bijan Robinson on the other end. You got a big, powerful 6'6".
Yeah.
You got a dude that can juke everybody which way you go.
like a McCaff. Bijan Robinson
Yes.
is like that Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. But
Man,
That
Bijan
downstairs.
is similar.
Yeah.
Just too built.
Juki,
You
Juki.
got the
He
power
Juki,
back, or
Juki.
you got the elusive.
The Freeman
back.
mix.
Right,
Yeah.
loosely, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you gotta pick which one you want.
Right. Exactly.
We got to do a top. Stay tuned if you're in. Let's go to like 15 after.
But look,
But we got to do a top 5 running backs.
it's gonna be different.
It's got to be a consensus though.
But
we each get one veto. I'm vetoing Gale Sayers.
I wouldn't put him in the top 5. I'm just saying he.
No, but I know what
look,
you're saying though.
This is all
I sent
time.
you something. I sent you something on the beach. Right. Because we were talking
Yes.
about that.
We were
Did you
talking
watch
about
that?
I didn't get through it. I watched it while I was shoveling.
What type of beach? What beach
They
they
were
having?
mad
You
because
remember you ain't shoveling nothing. Somebody was shoveling for you. Don't come with that.
Beechwood is blue collar. Do not let Oakwood crew.
You was watching somebody shovel for you. Like, hurry up.
Oakwood is
Hurry
brand new. We over there in a brand new house. We over there in the 1958 houses.
Shoveling. You was
Shoveling.
watching somebody shoveling for you. It took him 10 seconds instead of 5 seconds to shovel your snow. He got with the truck.
Shoveling, working hard, and almost pro. No gloves, just out there getting it in. But yeah, it's like we got to do the 5 before we make our picks. We're going a little over today, but stay tuned.
For sure.
Oh,
What are your 5? Maybe not, but pick 5 beats all time.
5 what?
wow.
Beats, hip hop beats.
I told you.
And I like sometimes I'll go with the sample because it was used more than once.
That's in the top 5 somewhere.
Oh, Beastie Boys.
That one I can't
Beastie
get over.
Boys.
And that was backwards. They just did the record backwards.
Yes.
How they made
Yeah,
that? How they made that?
Oh.
That was crazy.
That's Paul Revere is
Oh,
definitely
man.
top 5.
You know what?
It's definitely top 10.
It gotta be. It gotta be
It's gotta
somewhere
be.
in the
It's
top
gotta
5,
be
top
up
10.
there.
You know what? Since the first one everybody heard of, hey, check it out.
I
check it
had to
out.
listen to the speech because things. I got so much stuff in my head, but I know that'd be one of them.
Check this out. Since the first hip hop album everybody ever heard of, Rappers Delight, that was a sample. So we go from original beats into the sample era, like 1990s, where everybody was sampling everything. For me,
We know majority of them samples.
right.
So-
for me, the originals.
And that's why I say the
To me-
originals, because a lot of samples were used like that More Bounce by Roger Troutman. That's probably the greatest sample because people
it's
use
like
it in so many different
7
ways.
different anthems on
Yeah.
that. Woo, woo. To me, it's Suck MC's original beat and Rockbox original beat.
Yeah, too much tremble in it for me.
Hey,
And
look,
that
I'm
big
talking
beat by
Hey, look.
Billy
And
Squire.
that's rock. I can't. I don't like the. I don't like
God.
4-2. I don't like rock at all.
But
So that
just
wouldn't
that
be my
drum
number.
line with big
Two.
beats.
Oh man, 1, 2. So you talking about you said for top 5, right?
Yeah.
So
Hard
that's
Knock.
my top 2.
Hard Knock Life. I know the sample, but that's
That's what I'm trying to say.
That
It's a
drum
sample.
line was dope.
When they do the
the
sample,
Annie drum. When they come on, you know
Yeah.
that gotta be somewhere in the top 10.
and let me ask y'all a question.
It's a neck.
My- hey, let me ask you a
was
question.
hard, and it
My,
was,
hey, look.
they were whack.
Mob
They
Deep.
wouldn't work for that song though.
Hey, Mob Deep, Andy Up. Is that a sample?
Not the Annie Up one.
There it is.
Annie Up is
That's
what's called
it.
That's
the
MOP.
MOP, but
That's what I say.
Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep does have one.
Mobb Deep had about 6
They
or
had a
7.
couple. They had a couple beats on there.
Yeah, Shook Ones.
So I had to go through some.
Survival of the Fit.
I had to go through some because what beats did they say on there? Because I didn't get to finish watching.
I didn't get through it all.
You was mad at some of them?
Rockwilder, I was mad at. I was real mad at Rockwilder.
You know like that?
I like it, but I didn't think it was top 50. It was hard though.
Microphone check.
I think they rapped on it real good.
Oh, they rapped their ass up on that one. See, that's the question.
So that Far Side passed me by. I agree with that. Beat was raw.
Yeah,
I like Scenario's beat.
That's true.
Tribe Called Quest when they had all the everybody was on that beat.
Yeah.
My
you
Scenario.
know what I like? For Tribe, it was I'm gonna look it up. Ooh.
Rock
Check
Box
the
and
line.
Suck MC. That's just like it's like no man, stop it. You can't do
See, keep killing us with that. He killing us.
Rock Box and Suck MC.
But Billy Squire, if you look it up, if you watch it, Billy Squire, original artist, he made a song called Big Beat, and just the drum line was used so much in rap. Roxanne, you know, all those raps back then.
That was original. No,
With
was
a
original.
big beat, that's
Okay.
where that drum. That's
Okay.
where the drum line came over.
Oh, okay.
And if it's Squire or Squirick, I apologize. I'm thinking of George Squirick for the Raiders.
Hey, number 58 with the touchdown, the Redskins.
Yeah,
Hey.
I think I'm mixing up the names.
See, Roxanne Shante thing, you saying that beat was from where? It's prior to 1984? 85?
Yeah, I'm saying so Roxanne, that beat that's the drum, that's the drums to Big Beat by Billy Squire.
What year was that?
I want to say late 70s.
Wow, I did not know
I
that.
want to say late 70s.
That's why I didn't go to college.
There's a movie called I Think I Love My Wife with Chris Rock and Kerry Washington. And she said, you have nigga ears. I think I have nigga ears.
I know I do.
And that's why I can't deal with no rock, anything that's too
It's not an
trembly.
excuse. It's not an excuse.
Anything too trembly.
But the
I can't do it.
but
Not
the
sure.
drums from those rock songs.
I can't forget the
I remember when I first heard that shit.
I can't-
nigga, I was like,
Rockbox was when I first heard Rockbox.
I was playing
I
basketball.
listened to that like
Boss
the
House.
rest of the day. Like,
What about
for real, rest of the
Children's
day.
Story?
Rest of the day. We used to listen to that,
Children's Story.
and you didn't play with it, but we'll settle that another day because you should have been out there with us. But that my freshman year in high school, 2-a-days. That's all we listened to was Children's Story.
Okay.
That's
Children's Story is what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beat was raw.
When that come on, you know.
Right
And
away.
then wow, yeah.
What about juice? I sipped the juice. I got enough to go around.
Oh, you
That was
talking about the Rakim?
Yeah,
Rakim,
that was original. As whole. That was like
That song was
fast for me. That
That song was cold.
Oh man, I got
That
enough to
Rakim
go
song was
around.
cold.
And it's
time
time.
was
I
alright.
grew up on the sidewalk.
Who?
Around on the street.
Oh wow. Hey, we gotta put a top 10 list too on there.
He
He
said,
said
"Rock
Rakim.
this say I'm messing."
Time out, man.
Audience, don't kill me. for
Time
that.
out.
I said that I wanted to mess with
Time
him.
out. Now I gotta get something. I wasn't even going to drink this episode.
No, but that was a lot.
It's sponsored by water in a new bottle. Sponsored by water in this new bottle that y'all ain't never seen.
You guys better what?
Juice was a dope sound.
If it's water, why don't you drink the whole thing?
I will.
You got on answer.
Eventually.
You gotta get a riddler, man. You got on answer,
You know
dog.
what's on the beat though? Naughty by Nature song on that Juice soundtrack.
Here we go. Oh
Yeah.
no. Here
That
we
was-
go.
No, not that one.
I know that was cold too. Here you go. But what was on that
It was
soundtrack?
doom, 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 doom. It was the one.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That was
You can
hard.
put the that. Enough.
Yeah.
Or something enough that,
It's hard. I can't remember the name of the song, but that was wrong.
How about MC?
Knuckle Up. It's called Knuckle Up.
Menace.
Knuckle Up.
Menace.
Thank you.
Straight up Menace was
Straight Up
cold.
Menace
That beat.
was cold.
You know how it start off?
Yeah, Straight Up Menace.
Yeah. A fucked up childhood. Yeah, that shit was. Somebody, the West Coast beats though came in and was blowing the East Coast beats away when
After
the break came and then all the West Coast.
They was sampling though.
Don't make no
The
difference.
East
was
Coast
sampling.
was too, but that's what put the
Right.
West Coast on is their beats. They were using them But
Old school sound.
You know what's so crazy about West Coast? Just like the West Coast offense came from Cincinnati, like so many of them West Coast beats were like Cincinnati, Ohio. You know, the Ohio players, Roger Troutman, like they love them Cincinnati
OJs.
Yeah, that's where the West Coast rap.
Damn, that's
all
crazy.
Those beats.
That's crazy.
From Ohio.
Yeah.
And they got their offense from Ohio.
That's crazy. Sam Weiss and motherfucker, what's been doing?
Give shout out to Paul Brown and Bill Walsh.
Paul Brown. You should love Paul Brown. You still got a team name. I need to change the name. Maybe I'd like to put the little elf on your helmet. Change the name to the Cleveland Elves. I'll rock with y'all.
It won't help. They cursed.
It's better than the Browns. Anything better than the Browns having to do with the name, man. All right, but look, hold on. I got some NBA news, man. Doc just took over the Milwaukee Bucks.
I was just going to say something about that.
It's official. Doc took over the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know. They need defense. Their defense was garbage.
It was terrible.
But they do that when you got rid of Holiday and you got old boy. You already knew that.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be that garbage.
But you knew
we could have told them it was.
Because they replaced Holiday and put Malik Beasley in the lineup and thought maybe he could guard, but Malik Beasley getting old.
Holiday's
what was this Beasley
all defensive defender. You know?
All defense, yeah. But he can't make the shots.
You can't just replace that guy with some random
guy. Can't make the shots with the
down the street. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that.
What about up the street? Can you do up the street?
No, not up the street. not around the corner.
You got to go a whole other block over, huh?
I know that's what makes Boston too scary. I know we're gonna get more. I know we ain't talked a lot of basketball. We'll get more into it after football's over. But Boston's scary because they have Holiday and they have Porzingis and they have all the defense they need, and then they have two scorers.
Holiday can dribble. Holiday, and that was my issue with Boston the last 3 years is that they were just a turnover machine.
Marcus Smart and all them.
Oh, I ain't want to call him out. But that guy. Damn. But there were people handling the ball that were reminiscent of like a 8-footer with 2 left feet bringing the ball up court. They turned the ball over. That series against Golden State in the finals, if they didn't turn it over so much, they easily win that, or they have a shot to win that.
They take bad shots too.
Yeah, that too.
They get used to
that too.
They're so big. I mean, Jason Tatum. Let's not forget Jason Tatum was like 6'10".
Yeah,
he don't have to shoot that many threes. We get close. I mean, you don't have to shoot that many threes. Ain't too many people can guard him, man.
Right. You don't have to be Kobe. Kobe wasn't 6'9". Kobe wouldn't have been, and Kobe wasn't always shooting threes like that.
But hey, that's the problem though. Take 4 a game. Yeah. And if you're hot, do whatever you want to.
And take 8.
Yeah. But if not, get to playing basketball, man. Because the momentum, the more shots you make, momentum comes. All the twos, boom, 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 we can stop, boom, scoring. But you let people off the hook and I gotta shoot this 3. I got it. Because I know you can make it too. But you're not making it at the right time. And now the ball goes off, now they're on the break. Now they're cutting into your league and you losing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But who's gonna tell these people, man? Nobody. It's
Rivers.
Gonna be more threes. Oh,
apparently Doc Rivers is
Doc Rivers gonna be over there. All 2s except Dame.
Yeah,
they gonna go to the hole. Cause look,
that's what Giannis.
Your boy, that's how it's supposed to be.
Your boy Embiid finally got it. You're a center, man. Stop taking threes.
Stop.
Right.
Give me the ball, too.
He got 70 the other night.
Yeah, 70.
He got 70.
The only thing that messed me up about 70.
I'm going to put you in foul trouble.
That's what messed me up about the 70.
Took him out, too.
What happened?
Your boy had 70. I'm like, 70 crazy. And then Karl-Anthony Towns had 62. And I was like, that's 70. 70 don't even sound that good.
That's a different
When the Karl-Anthony Towns had 72.
They lost, too.
Yeah, he had 58 3/4, and then he went cold.
Yeah.
I think
shooting air balls and everything.
Anthony Edwards or somebody should have took over in the 4th.
That's his team.
Because I'm a subscriber to the point where if I get 58 points through 3/4, somebody else has got to start scoring. Take over.
Did they win that game?
Here's the problem. Here's the problem they lost.
No, they didn't.
Here's the problem.
They lost.
Yeah.
Apparently they're force feeding him, and then he just.
The problem is this. Yeah, you force feed the hot man, right?
Right,
but that makes you not hot.
They lost that
That
game.
makes you, if you ain't shooting, and now I got to shoot in the fourth quarter, I ain't been shooting the whole game.
That's true.
So when you try, now you forcing shots because you're trying to warm up, and it's too late to warm up.
I seen Jordan hit 60 and they lost in the playoffs against
63. Yeah. At least they went to overtime. They lost the regular. They lost the regular.
They lost to the Charlotte Hornets. There's a difference between the playoffs.
And they lost to the Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets need to be sold. They need a new owner.
I'm sorry.
They need to sell. I told you, man. Kakalaka's like, hey, whatever y'all doing down there, man, y'all should be happy with North Carolina, Tar Heels, and Duke, because the rest of them need to. Hey man, I ain't mad at y'all, but the two teams need to go somewhere else.
That team is terrible.
You can choose where you want to go. The basketball team needs to go to Seattle. Seattle need one.
I know Vegas.
They're gonna get a basketball.
And I'm sorry about I have that Northwest bias.
We don't want that team in Vegas.
Right. Thank you. I'm like, you trying to say no. Send them to Seattle. We'll take OKC. Eventually OKC is gonna have to move.
OKC.
Send them over
They already
there.
moved. They came from Seattle.
They Seattle, yeah. But they ain't gonna go back.
No, but will they go back to
Somebody bought didn't somebody take over somebody bought the most interest in OKC, and then they scared that they might move, and I gotta look at it. I don't want to be.
Yeah, but Vegas. I think Vegas.
Oh yeah,
Vegas has football. I mean, once you have football, you're a real city.
One of the Sands owners has controlling interest of OKC now, so that can happen. The Las Vegas move can happen.
They no longer have Venetian though. Sands on.
But I think they still do.
They're still out there. But
they still do the conventions and everything.
Right. They still got the convention.
Yeah.
That would be crazy though to have a basketball.
But if you had a team,
football, baseball, basketball, and hockey in Vegas,
it's gonna happen though.
I know.
It doesn't matter what team is gonna get there.
LeBron wants to put a team there.
Hey, however it gets there, that makes. Think about that.
We'll be there.
You go to Vegas, and you can go to the games now too. All those games.
All seasons. All seasons. Football, baseball, basketball. A baseball team in Vegas.
That's perfect for baseball, man. They'll never ring
on that, but
I mean, Arizona is hot, and they got
that's
one.
true.
So,
Arizona's
blazing hot. So they already know it can work.
You rather play in 115 or you want to play in 15?
But you want to see a baseball game, you really chilling, even though it's faster now.
I ain't talking about playing.
You go over there. Hey, you can walk off the joint. Hey, $10 until they start winning. Probably $10 tickets.
Yeah.
Hey, let's chill and watch the game. You all up there chilling, watching the game. You probably bet on it.
Probably bring a bottle.
Oh yeah, they'll have a sports book in that.
Yeah, so
it'll be MGM.
That baseball game will be sweet.
It'll be MGM in there.
And they don't let them start winning.
First 3 innings, first 6 innings.
Where is it going to be? So people watching, if you guys are familiar with Vegas,
it's going to be a Tropicana.
They bought the Tropicana.
Do you know, like, if you're walking from OYO, which is where the Hooters was, to Tropicana, and there's all those little, like, is all of that stuff behind there going to go?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they might have bought OYO too, though, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
I think that whole side, because I think that's going to be parking lot. I think that's going too.
Yeah, it's
so everything across the street from the MGM.
All you'll see is baseball and MGM.
It has to be. Otherwise, unless they go from Tropicana and go that way and go south.
The only thing you're going to miss is the Hooters.
7-Eleven.
OYU.
If it ain't Hooters no more, who cares?
But that's all OYO has in it.
Yeah, exactly.
They got $1 blackjack.
They got that. They got that in East Canada.
They got $1 blackjack, but they can put a Hooters in any hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
But that whole area is probably going to be the baseball. But that's wild. Like that, there's going to be a baseball and a basketball. Well, there is a basketball / hockey arena. But then there's going to be a baseball right on the strip.
Yeah.
At least the football is off the strip a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Right on the strip. Like I can just, if I'm staying at MGM, I can just walk across the street this way or that way, and I'm
It's something to do with you bring if somebody has a significant other, if you have a wife or something. Hey, look, well, go shopping or go to see Circus of Life. Mm-hmm. I'm about to go see the football game or the baseball game. Why you doing that? Because I don't want to see that again. And boy, you chilling. Or you can do your regular. You can just go down to the sports book or whatever.
Right, which is always a threat.
If you didn't know, man, I think one of our jokes dropped. Vegas is our spot.
Yeah, we'll get it back. One of them dropped. Let's get to these predictions though. We running long.
Yeah, we had 186 minutes.
That's okay.
So
the next show we're gonna do a top 10 hip hop beats.
We're gonna have to study that one. Yeah,
we're gonna have to study that.
I'm gonna get that in. I want the top 5 rappers though, or the top 10 rappers, but Vito, we gotta get that in.
We can do that too
because I gotta see how this works out.
We can do that too. That'll take 3 shows to come.
That might be the show. That might be the show.
Right.
All the vetoing and all that.
Right. Because I'm vetoing Eminem already.
Top 10?
Yeah.
He can't be in the top 10?
Do we all get one?
The professor gonna go.
So you gonna use your veto on that?
Well, I gotta hear the other people first, though.
Does he get a veto?
No. For those who don't see him, New and Improved is too young to get. Okay, New and Improved, you can veto anybody that started rapping after 2000.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. I can dig it.
Or whose first big album came out after 2000.
All right, what's the playoff?
Eminem's best album came out in 2000. You gonna veto his veto.
Yeah, his best.
Can you double veto? and make a positive moment. I mean, my veto against his veto.
Now it's a negative number.
2 negatives make a positive. G.I., you ready for the picks, man?
Give us that first game.
First game isn't it the AFC Championship?
Yes, it is. 3:30. Yeah. 3 o'clock, I guess.
So we got the Ravens and the Chiefs.
We doing point spread or just winners?
Just winners.
Money line.
Oh, you give us both. A handicap.
3.5. It's 3.5. Baltimore favorite.
Since you're the Sam Rothstein here, you're gonna give us both. Right. I'm gonna go. I really don't know. I'm gonna go Baltimore. I really could see it either way. I'm gonna go Baltimore.
A preview. This is where getting number 1 seed helps your team. You got a little squirminess because you definitely off a week, probably 2 weeks, and you play that game. But now you fully rested still, when the other team been playing for 3 months straight. So if I was going to play the game, because I do want to see Ravens San Francisco, but KC is going to cover that 3.5. It just went to 4. It was 3.5. It just went to 4. So handicapping wise, Kansas City's going to keep that within 3 because when stuff start going haywire, they just keep their stuff together. The Ravens have not showed me that. So I think the Ravens to win, but KC will keep it within 4 points. It's on you, 40.
Same. Ravens to win, cover the 3.5, whatever it might be, on whatever app you have, 3.5, 4. I think, Ravens to win.
Caveat.
I got the Ravens.
Caveat. Most people don't know this. Forget this is the AFC Championship game. Throughout the regular season, the last 3 years, the Ravens have covered the first half spread 79% of the time. Because
when they were favorites or either way?
Covered.
Okay.
Covered. Whether or not they covered. They covered the first half. Mm-hmm. They had a stat the last game where John Harbaugh's coach, right?
Yeah.
He was, when they were down in such and such quarter, they had a horrible record because he's always been up. Because it's almost like, I don't want to mix it with college, but the last team I remember to really run besides the military schools, Georgia Tech ran a wishbone. I don't care what you do in practice. When the game start and that team, that's all you do. You can't. They was good in the first half. You can't catch up with that. Whatever they do in the first, you can't catch up with that. And that's how it is with Baltimore. The Ravens historically, like I said, the last 3 years, the first half, they have been on top. You can't mimic in practice Lamar Jackson with a wide receiver playing in your scout team all week. When you see that in real life, it's different. So another thing I would do is I would take Baltimore the first half, and then the Chiefs always keep they find a way to get back into the game historically. So that was my caveat.
I believe that they might be even winning that game.
Yeah, I can
at
see.
some time.
Honestly, I really don't know. I'm thrown. I'm just taking Baltimore.
I think that's gonna be the most entertaining game.
Me too. Why isn't that?
Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other one's on West Coast. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. They should have played Saturday.
49ers and Lions.
You ain't too enthusiastic saying that. It was some oomph.
The Browns is out, man. Cut him some slack. Cut him some slack. Debo, stall him out.
And I told them they were going to lose. I'm going with Detroit. I said a few weeks ago I'm Detroit the rest of this year.
You did.
So the Tigers, the Pistons.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna do the Tigers.
The Red Wings.
Detroit.
Detroit Mercy is 0-19. You know that, right? The college team.
I'm going with them too.
They're 0-19, bro.
They're going to get their first win.
Matter of fact, let me give you a little. They're 0-19.
I'm going with the Lions here. I did say a month ago I didn't think San Francisco matched good with the Lions. I'm going Detroit straight up.
It was 7. It's been toggling between 6.5 and 7.
Is Debo back?
It's been
I don't know if
toggling.
Debo's back. But
It's a
Gardner
shot.
Johnson talked a lot of stuff about Debo.
A shot in that shoulder, he gonna play.
Yeah. Gardner Johnson talked a lot about him.
Gardner Johnson.
What position he play?
Corner.
Oh, he played for who?
Lions.
Detroit.
Oh, they gonna
Talk a
cook.
lot about Debo.
Oh, he gonna get cooked.
What was he doing last week? Mike Evans was cooking him, so.
Mike
That's Mike Evans.
Hey, and they were saying that.
He was 6'5". He could drop 5 balls and then all of a sudden catch 3 and
all
look great.
What do you call it? 29, 27, the same drive before touchdown?
He's a Hall of Famer, though.
I tell you what. This is
what he did last week. That's all.
Johnny football.
hey, this is totally irrelevant, but it feels like it's tasty. When 1990, the New York Giants went to San Francisco with a backup quarterback, and it was in the game, and then they broke Montana's back. They broke Montana's back, and they won the game, and they won the Super Bowl.
At the end of the game,
yes,
Montana got hurt.
Yes, but
people act like he missed that game.
To your point, taking the Detroit Lions, when it seems like it's all set for San Francisco, it feels like it has that type of taste to it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It feels like it has that type of taste to it. I just think that Detroit is going to try to do too much. Even though they got 2 nice running backs that they go quarter for quarter, I have to take the Lions plus the 6.5. But I think San Fran, with that 1 week off and that extra drama they have to deal with, is probably going to win it. So you'll get your Baltimore San Fran Super Bowl. But I do think Detroit, again, I'm going to take the dog in the NFC Championship. As far as I need them points. I need those points. Go ahead, 40.
Stadium. Where's the 49ers stadium?
And you notice how
Santa Clara.
In Santa Clara.
Yeah, you know how you get your pick and then nobody interrupt you. You know how you get your pick, hey, and nobody interrupt you. Go ahead, ain't nobody interrupt you.
I'm allowed to interrupt you. It's part of the game.
I didn't say you interrupted me. I'm just saying you how you get your picks and nobody interrupt you.
That's how it's supposed to be.
No, it's not for everybody.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. I'm sorry if it was different rules everywhere. My bad.
Everybody means the same rules, right?
No. You can't have the same rules
But who you got though?
I'm about to tell you. I'm looking at the weather. Give me 1 second.
Steady long, steady.
We didn't look at nothing. Ain't nobody
at the weather because I know.
I can
I ain't
change
my phone
my
in front of me.
based on this.
I went off memory.
Oh, no rain. San Fran.
What about the points -7?
They ain't gonna beat about 7. Not with Brock Purdy. Detroit gonna cover the 7, but San Fran gonna win the game.
I got San Fran.
If it was the Browns, you had more energy. Y'all didn't. I didn't
Well,
see my man.
He had Browns gear on 2 weeks ago. Now he just rests like he want to go to the gym.
I'm no more Browns talk.
Hey, look, I got one last thing before this. Let's totally swing to the left. I was reading this article on BuzzFeed, and I want to know what you think about it. There was a couple. They were about to tip this waitress this money. They're gonna tip them $150, right? They got up and leave. The waitress ran and grabbed him at the door and cussed him out for you can't even skip da. But she ran past the table. She didn't even look to see the $200.
Wow.
Embarrassed the couple. The couple came back. It was a $46 bill. She left $200. It was a $154 tip.
Wow.
Came back, left her $50, and left because of what happened. Are they right for doing that?
Hell yeah.
I think they were wrong. I would have got exact change.
I tell you the worst. That's how I would have got it.
I got a little
$4 after it was $154, but they left it $50. It was $46.
Yeah, it was
They left it $4. Yeah.
If it was 46 even, I want my $4.
See,
I got a Vegas story.
And I'm calling the police.
Oh, I got a Vegas story.
yeah, you ran past everybody and stopped them right at the door.
Yeah, I'm calling the police like this person's
Talking about
slap rocking.
$154.
Yeah.
Slept. I got a Vegas story.
Let me go to the table and see what happened first. Oh, $200. Run. Hey, look, they happen not to tell you what color these people are, right? Now, if you had to take a guess.
Wow.
They were 31. They told you how old they were. They were 31 and 30. I'm not even going to get it now. We don't even have to tell you. But
crazy.
you know who it was and who was chasing them.
That's sad. Well, she screwed us up about $100. $150?
That's a lot.
$154.
That's a lot.
So I'll say $150 because she ain't get the
Yeah.
work. Man, okay. He made a decision. You made and what my man saying training day? Make a decision, son. Make a decision. She made a decision.
She made a decision.
Steady
She made a
long,
decision.
steady
Man.
long.
Make a decision. Make a
She
decision.
didn't study long. So
Make
I
a
had to
decision.
bring it up because it was so interesting. Like,
I got a Vegas story on that.
I mean, we do have to get to the shorts that you want to. I know you want to critique some of them shorts or YouTube clips and y'all, but we're gonna have to start off with that next.
we can do that now. We'll wrap this up. Thank you for tuning in.
97 minutes. I appreciate your time.
That's awesome. Hey, like and subscribe. We'll be back.
Gracias.